So, a very good afternoon to all of us, and we welcome ourselves to this afternoon's wellness webinar. I believe that we have had insightful discussions about how to manage stress. So, this afternoon, we are going to have a presentation from UITS on leveraging technology to reduce work-related stress. So to do that, we have Mr. Emmanuel Infum from the Software Development Services of UITS, and then Mr. Foster Dedume from the User Support Services. So without wasting much time, we invite Mr. Infum to give us the presentation. Mr. Infum, okay, we are ready for you, so you can carry on.
Thank you very much, Madam Moderator. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This all-important topic on how technology helps us reduce work stress. Without wasting much time, give me a moment. So, leveraging technology to reduce work stress. This is a presentation by the UITS. And the overview of this presentation will look at understanding work stress in the university environment, the role of technology in stress reduction, time management, and task organization, of course, with the use of some available technologies, collaboration tools, wearables, and wellness apps, which also feed into helping us reduce work stress. Collaboration tools, wearables, and wellness apps, which can also help us to manage stress within the niche we find ourselves in, and some sustainable practices, which goes a long way to also help us reduce or manage stress better. So I wouldn't touch on this because wellness has dealt adequately with work stress and what it is. I will move straight to the causes. Wellness Center conducted some survey to understand the causes, or what they call stresses, in each of the colleges or units. And so it so happens that the summary of the survey points to some clear causes of stress, or what they call the stresses. And we have academic pressure, so much high expectations for academic performance, and then from professors, from peers, from colleagues. We have heavy workload. It cuts across virtually every college. That all staff are complaining of heavy workload and tight deadlines. Deadlines are so tight, and it seems as if tasks are given, and that there's no historical data on how much time it takes to complete a task. So deadlines are given, which is simply not in keeping with the demand of the task, and so the deadline is so tight and culminating into some kind of pressure. We have interpersonal issues, which is also causing which also is a cause of stress. Lack of control of one's time, lack of control of one's schedule. This has been one of the key things indicated by many as a cause of some significant amount of stress. Resource constraints, insufficient resources to perform a certain task that has to be done, is also a source of stress for many people. Work-life balance, a very difficult area. Work-life balance, the inability of people to balance work-life and work-life after work and all that, is also a cause of stress. And career uncertainty. Some people don't know how they are progressing. So that alone can culminate into some kind of stress. Of course. So we know stress can impact our mental health, our physical health, and also our productivity. So we believe that in the Wellness Center to address these issues. Our key topic is how technology can play a role in reducing stress. And the point is that if we have so much technology, and the technology is not, if we can't harness this to reduce our stress, then it makes it of little significance to our lives. So, but thankfully, we have technology that is able to help reduce our stress. So we have digital tools that can significantly help us reduce stress by making tasks more manageable, improving communication, and boosting overall productivity. That is very, very key. So that is basically what we are looking at. So if we expand, we will touch base briefly on the fact that we can use technology to streamline our task. In the case of the use of the calendar app, and scheduling apps, or using the task or project management apps, or note-taking and documentation. We can also use calendar for scheduling. Calendar and scheduling apps which allows us to set reminders and alerts for deadlines and important meetings. and ensuring that we don't overburden ourselves within the same space of time with too much to do. So it gives you that visibility to see what you have at what time so that you don't mistakenly schedule other appointments to have an overlap of activities or events that might eventually lead to a clash and then invariably lead to stress. And the fact that the technology we have currently also helps us to has integration, which helps us, which enables what you call email alerts and other tools, and also can help us centralize scheduling, and also the need with additional technology which helps to know how to switch events even on the same calendar. Task and project management apps are available, and this can help us better manage projects, and also guarantee visibility to those who are assigned to do certain tasks. Another key important facility that technology gives to us is note-taking and documentation. Case in point, you can actually have a transcription of your meetings without you having to press a key. You can transcribe your meetings and then later just review the transcription that is done by technology to make copying of minutes and note-taking very simple and fast. You can actually have a voice recording and actually record voice as part of your data note-taking or documentation of a meeting, and that can be referred to later for perusal purposes. So technology embodies can help us achieve all this and invariably lead to stress reduction. Key to this technology we are going to talk about here is what we have been enrolled on, thankfully, by the university. That is Microsoft 365, which is a product family of productivity softwares. And we are key on productivity because when you are productive, it makes you, it stresses you less. You can do so much in so little time and then have more time for yourself to relax and then also to recuperate and to reflect. So it's a productivity software and also guarantees collaboration, and it's also cloud-based. You know very well that we fully much find ourselves in a state where cloud technologies are in vogue. And what it means is that at least it saves us the stress of relying on our local machines as storages, such that when something happens to that local machine, you become more stressed out. Today, we do a lot of work in the cloud, and it guarantees access to our files and our documents anywhere at all in the world, so long as there's internet connectivity. Microsoft 365 is an embodiment of so many small applications. Notable among them include Outlook, and then OneDrive, Microsoft Teams, once again, which was formerly, and other formerly marketed softwares like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, and all that in the cloud. My colleague, Sedem will talk about it. We'll talk about the various user licenses that are available so that you know what you have access to based on the license you find yourself on. So basically, we will touch on how Microsoft 365, which UITS, the university has enrolled us on, can help us to somewhat reduce some stress and improve our lives conditions. One is the Outlook, Microsoft Outlook, and Microsoft Outlook is a personal information manager. That's the PIM software system for Microsoft, and it's more like it's an email service, and we access this with the URL over there, the address over there, and thankfully there's a web client, there's a phone client, a device client, an Android or Apple client which you can install locally on your phone, on your handsets, and basically, if well enhanced, there are certain smart features within Outlook that can make life less stressful. Case in point, you can create rules or smart suggestions. When you turn on the smart suggestions within your Outlook, what it means is that it makes typing of mails even easy. There's that AI part which can help you predict your next text or your next word and can make your typing so easy and smooth. Secondly, we have the rules. You can create rules. You can say that, for instance, every email that comes from the Vice Chancellor should be in a dedicated inbox, a dedicated folder for the Vice Chancellor, or any funding email that is coming, you can create a dedicated folder for that. What it means is that you don't miss those important mails because you separate them from the pool of mails that normally flood your inbox. You have dedicated special folders in which you have your most important emails, either work-related or career progression related. You can have them there, and you hardly can miss them. When it comes to conditional formatting, one of the possible uses of conditional formatting is that you can actually create a rule that any email that is coming to me, which has me in copy, should be colored red. So that the email, anytime you have an email sent to in your inbox which has a red color, you know that definitely it's red because I'm in copy. So you can use that to look at it and view the view the details of that email. quick steps the same. You can save a number of steps behind some keystrokes, keyboard strokes, and such that anytime you get into your inbox and you combine those keyboard strokes, it will do a number of tasks for you. So all this is actually part of how you can make your inbox, Microsoft Outlook inbox, smart and smart, and invariably help you reduce stress of probably missing some important mails or missing some important tasks which you are supposed to do as a result of a mail you've received. Next, we come to calendar. Scheduling is very, very important. The calendar app is a scheduling component of the, it's actually embedded in Outlook, but it also it stands alone one way or the other, and it's fully integrated with emails and contacts and other features. And likewise, you can have it on your phone as well. And you can use this to schedule your events, your events, either personally or at the departmental level, or at the college level, or even at the institutional level. So for instance, the entire KNUST can have a general calendar where every staff is actually added to, has viewership rights to, and then the university can define on month-by-month basis every activity and event at 4 times. So colleges can actually feed on that and also develop their own calendar and add lecturers or staff within the college to the calendar, and everybody will have some kind of visibility of events at all the levels, at the university level, at the college level, and even at the departmental level. And so when what happens is that this can help you also as a staff in also doing your schedule. So you wouldn't probably schedule events where there's an event somewhere at the college or at the university which you might want to attend. You might actually leave that space blank or add that event to your personal calendar. And that helps in managing our lives. So, and then helping us reduce clashes of events. Key to it also, you can actually categorize your events and events on the calendar to know what is an event as important or not important. And that's when an event pops up, based on the category, you will know whether to attend to it or not to attend to it. Now, Teams is a very, very important productivity tool within the 365 family, and it's more like the fulcrum around which all the other applications revolve. And key to this is that it provides a facility for workplace chat. And workplace chat is important because we look at the number of WhatsApp groups we have on committees and WhatsApp group we have on all kinds of teams that are formed. And WhatsApp is such that you can easily get distracted by personal messages and all kinds of other non-official group messages and all that. But within the Teams environments, the workplace chats, we can actually enforce or have a workplace chat, which is very, very which is what I'll say is less clustered and has everything well arranged. There are tabs for different kinds of files, and it's meant for the work environment, for lack of a better word. It has a video conferencing feature and a file storage feature. And the best of all is that you can actually integrate proprietary and third-party applications to help make your team more productive. This is a feature that even WhatsApp does not have. You can't integrate any application to WhatsApp, but Teams has it. You can integrate from forms to whiteboard to many applications, including Kahoots and other things that can help bring about some kind of collab and that can enhance teamwork among team members within a team. So basically, we can access this platform from these Teams. The Teams can be accessed either as a desktop app. You can download the application and install it on your desktop. You can also access it over the internet, and then on your devices, be it App Store or Play Store, the link is available for you to download and use. Now, the structure of Teams. Every team can create a total of 200 channels, and by default, every team has a default general channel. Now, the channel is supposed to be like the day-to-day activities and the conversations which will have conversations and files and all kinds of things that relate to day-to-day activities. Likewise, each channel in Microsoft Teams may have its own purpose, but it should be related to the team. So everything that happens under any team that is created, any channel that is created within the team must one way or the other be related to the team name or the team and in which the channel is found. So a case in point, if you have the team name Finance Office, then channels like budgeting, invoicing, accounts payable, student section, cash office can all be channels under the Finance Office team, because all this is related one way or the other to the Finance Office. And this just explains the differences between what a team and then a channel. So this is more for configuration and for those who will be managing it. But basically, every team can contain a maximum of 200 channels. There's a default general channel, and then admins for the teams can go on to manage the team, add channels, add members, leave the team, add edits, gets linked to the team, manage tasks, and delete the team. Now, the team also contains channels. And then if you delete a team, you invariably delete the channels all associated to the team. And when we come to the channels, channel is more like a standalone group within a team, and each channel serves a different purpose. And we have admin controls like channel notifications, pin, and manage channel, and all that. And then all the way to the end where the channels are more like for day-to-day tasks. We'll probably see how this fits within our context as KNUST. So basically, in summary, we have the team at the top. A team contains 200 channels, and then within the channels, you can do all kinds of things like conversation, file sharing, and tabs, integration, connectors, wikis, etc., etc. From our study, we clearly identify that on the structure, the governance structure of teams within this environment will be like this. So generally, all of us belong to some KNUST, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology team. If you check your teams, you realize that by default, you've been added to that team. Now, this team is the university-wide team, and every team, as was said, has a general channel. Now, under this team, you could have committees at the university levels created as channels. You could have teams, channels like all exam officers within the university also as a channel. And there's you can have also all provosts as a channel, and then all deans. Now, these channels under the teams will have members who are particularly linked to the name of the channel. So, for instance, if in the all provost channel, you have the names of provost, under no circumstance, it is impossible for any other person who is not a provost to actually access the channel, because by the inclusion of the channel, only provosts have been added to it. So there's integrity. There's security also when it comes to using teams to coordinate and then to collaborate. The next important team will be the college or directory team. So if you're in a college of science, there'll be a college of science team under which you have the general channel, and then the other college-related committees or college-related teams will be there. And within each channel will be the inclusion of specific people who matter or who are supposed to handle or work within that particular channel. And once again, documents and everything that happens within that channel cannot be accessed by anybody except for the owner of the team, and then the members of that channel. They are the only ones who can access. The third will be for the department. So if you're in the department of mathematics, for instance, you have another team. So ultimately, each person, all of us will be on 3 teams. Optimally, normally, in a general use case, we'll be on 3 teams. The department team will have the general channel, and then some committees that are department-related committees, including team leads, course leads, and all that, can be within that. And when that is added, the moment you are added to a team, and the moment you log into your team's environment, you'll see that you've been added to the teams, and the name of the teams will be there. And then likewise, when you log into your drive, your OneDrive, all the folders related to the teams you are added to will be accessible to you with every material or file that has been imported or added to that team channel's files. So in summary, we would go on to see how this technology can help us to reduce stress, because we've listed some stresses or some stress causes of stress, and we want to find out how the technology we have currently in the Microsoft 365 can help us address those stress. 1, unrealistic deadlines and timelines. Now, we can use the list app, and the list app can be configured, can be named as either, there's a template for either issue tracker or many other things. You can use the list app to actually document the tasks that are assigned to people. So for instance, if I want to, I assign a task like weeding, for lack of a better example, weeding to somebody, and then the task takes about 3 days to complete. I have it in my lists, and I track that. So historically, I'll have data to tell me that when it comes to this particular task, it takes about 3 days to complete. So that when I'm going to give that task to anybody, any other person, I wouldn't go and give that person a day to finish and give that person an unrealistic deadline, because historically, for my list, I've been able to track and trace that anytime I give this particular task to people, it takes like 2 or 3 days to finish. So we can use lists in Teams to help, first of all, track assignments we give to people, and then also track their timelines and how much time it takes them to complete and that task, to guide us in also giving deadlines to other people. Now, Clash of Events, we can use the calendar, the booking app, and also Teams in Teams to help us create and log our events. Now, the calendar app is in Outlook. It's also available in Teams. Now, the booking app is also another app within the Microsoft 365, which allows you have a dedicated booking site, and then you define your availability times, and that booking site normally will go with your signature line in Outlook. And so that if anybody wants to book you or schedule an appointment with you, they would know your available times and then work within those times you have indicated within your booking app. So that is also available for staff to use and to help them avoid the clash of events. Now, lack of consultation before information dissemination. That was also a point that was made, that there's no time to extensively consult amongst peers or amongst members of a department or a team before information goes out. And normally what that leads is that when the information goes out, it faces one or two challenges and then it's pulled back. So how can technology help us to address that? Teams, the workplace chat is a very good place where you can have meaningful discussions. Even before a decision is taken, can be and this can be done within the Teams environment. You can have virtual meetings within Teams on the go. You don't have to be physically at one place. You can have it on the go. And also, if there's a need for you to do some kind of survey to make a decision, you can also create a form on the fly and then use that form to sample ideas from colleagues and peers, and to actually go on to use Power BI to visualize the responses of these of the survey, which can then lead you to making some good decision. So we can use Teams to enhance this consultation process amongst ourselves, and invariably that would affect and impact the kind of notice and the kind of decisions we make and disseminate amongst the environment in which we find ourselves in. Workload is too much. This is normally a visibility issue. So the list app can also be used to monitor visibility of assignments that are given to task. If the head can list, or anytime he is about to assign a task to somebody, he can log that task in the list app, and this can give him visibility as to the number of incomplete tasks assigned to one person, and this can inform him to probably assign the next task to a different person. In addition to, Teams allows for integration of such apps like Kahoot, and you can decide that, once in a week, we can play a Kahoot game just to distress as a team, as a committee, as a college. And you can set it up in there and then set and have that night interaction. There's also another app called the Reflect. The Reflect app is also a very powerful wellness app. And this Reflect app can even guide you through small aerobics in the office, and help you through think about things that would help your mind rewind, and then help your mind to refresh your mind so that you can be more productive. So the Reflect app is also there. You can also do virtual aerobics. For instance, it can be set, a department or college can decide that, okay, once in a week, 12 o'clock in the afternoon of, say, Wednesdays, we'll all pause at a particular point in time, and then we come online and do some kind of virtual aerobics. It's also there. You can use Teams to do that. Now, poor information flow. Information flow is also a major cause of stress in that if you are not privy to some information at the right time, and only get to know that information at the tail end of a deadline, it puts so much stress on you. But using Teams and the fact that you have that workspace chat, in addition to documents and the file system, you can make every important information available on Teams, and that information is actually kept safe. So there's no point in time that you can say a letter or a notice is missing, because if it can be found, you can go there to the files and search for it and get it. The same document or information is made available on SharePoint. Every team has a SharePoint attached to it, a SharePoint site attached to it. So this is also available, and you can find information without recourse to looking through physical files. And this is all virtual. This is all accessible anywhere at all in the world, so long as we have internet connectivity. Now, some people also complained about lack of teaching resources. There was one issue that came to us where a lecturer was assigned to teach a course, and she said, I virtually have nothing. I have to start everything from scratch. Meanwhile, the course has been taught for a long time. So how come information about the course is not available for some other person to even review, from which they can create their own materials and then begin to move on the fly? So when we have these virtual folders, even created channels for courses created at the departmental level, all resources concerning a course can be digitized and uploaded in the file. What it means is that lecturers come, lecturers go, but whoever goes will not go away with everything. the channel is still there. The channel is for the school, it's for the department. So any new person who comes to assume post to teach that course will only be added to the channel to have the access to the gamut of resources that will be needed for him or her to polish up and then get prepared to deliver as a lecturer. So virtual folders are available in Teams, and this can be used to serve as a good aid towards teaching and learning within this environment. In summary, this is basically what 365 can do to help. I'll hand over to the moderator and to continue with this session. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Mfum, for your insightful presentation. Please, do we have any questions? I looked at the chats and there was none. So maybe if we can start our questions and then we can go to the second presentation, which is about using wearable devices to reduce stress. Okay, so whilst we wait for the questions to come in, I think we can do the second presentation. So Mr. Dedume will do that for us.
Thank you very much. And good afternoon, everybody. On the second part, we are going to talk about technologies like wearable technologies, and then also apps that can help reduce. So we'll talk about wearable technologies and then some apps that you can also help use to help reduce your stress. Now, mostly when we talk about wearable devices, there are a variety of gadgets that we wear, such as fitness trackers, smartwatches. There are even currently smart clothing. We even have smart beds now. And these devices are designed to be worn on the body and equipped with sensors to monitor various physiological indicators. So with wearable apps, you'll be able to monitor certain indicators, especially in this case, with regards to stress. You can be able to tell your heart rates in real time. You'll be able to talk about even the heart rate variability. You can even check your sleep patterns with such wearable devices. There are some examples there, and I know some of you already have. But if you need a good wearable device, I would suggest that you talk to your college or faculty IT managers to get something that will fit your budget. Basically, the known ones are like Fitbits and Apple Watches. For Fitbits, it basically has it's made by Google, a whole comprehensive health tracking capabilities, heart rate. You can be able to even have a whole analytics of how well you sleep. Not just sleep, there is light sleep and there is deep sleep. So you'll be able to tell how well you sleep with that. And the same goes for Apple. Apple has the Apple Watch, which also has similar capabilities. Now, how do these help? You know that with wearables, you are able to get real-time feedback when you use them. That is, it gives you right awareness. When you are at work, you can quickly just glance and then check your pulse. You'll be able to check your heart rate. And then also we have some that give, there are some together with the apps that will encourage you to do certain physical activities. For example, if you are at work, maybe the device will be able to tell you that you have been sitting for too long. Just get up and stretch your legs to help with blood flow along the various body parts. And then it also has the very important one, which is alerts and reminders. Like I said, reminders to take a break, reminders to maybe get up and stretch when you are at work. And then it also, with time, is able to tell your health habits and also promote healthier habits and routines that would promote stress reduction and your overall improve your overall well-being. Then we talk about wellness apps. There are many wellness apps that we use. With wellness apps, there are many wellness apps that we use. Some are also able to integrate with our smart devices. our watches, our even our beds and other things, to be able to guide how we choose the right habits in order to improve our health and reduce stress. For example, we have guided meditation. That is, if you have an app like Headspace, Headspace can give you, provide a guide on how to meditate and be mindful. And also this has been seen to improve even your sleep quality. And so there are even structured programs within the app. You can download it. It's available in the App Store or the Play Store. That's depending on whether you use an Android device or an iOS device. For that, so we have Headspace for stress reduction, mindfulness, and all that. Then we have another one we call, for example, Calm. Calm also gives you sessions that focus on stress relief, relaxation, deep sleep. We have other things like that help you with even breathing exercises. There's an app called Breathe, Breathe with an E. It's specifically designed for stress reduction through guided breathing. So you turn on the app, it tells you how long you should breathe in and then breathe out. And that also helps calm, it helps. And then beyond that, even if you are going to sleep, Breathe can play certain soothing sounds for you on your phone to help you sleep better, like natural sounds, like you want this kind of serene, either rainfall or just water or any of such things. Breathe can help you do that. There are some other ones like Prana Breath, which also has this same customized exercises. And the good thing is that with these wellness apps, it is able to study your pattern and then design a schedule for you to fit that will improve your wellness and reduce stress. Then we have what we call the actual relaxation techniques. There's an app called Insight Timer, for example. Insight Timer helps you also with meditation. But what it does is that it has customized meditation sessions. So depending on what you do, it will have certain information about you. Once you enter it into the app, it will tell you that based on what you do at work, there are certain times it will send you reminders, like I said, to get up, to just get up and breathe in, to take a walk, take a break from work, and then take a walk for some minutes. One of the symptoms, like Mr. Infum presented earlier, was that when you are stressed, it affects even the way you sleep. So there is sleep cycle, there is relaxed melodies. These are all apps, wellness apps that you can use to plan your sleep patterns. And with such, you'll be able to also integrate into other applications that you have. So just like Mr. Infum said earlier about the calendar and other things, some of these devices and apps are able to even integrate into your personal calendar, so that you know that even after this meeting, you have a next meeting. But then even if you don't have the watch around, your phone, because there's an app on your phone, the phone will remind you that, please, you still need to do your breathing exercise. You still need to do your 5 minutes walk. Now, like I said, you yourself, for some of the apps, if you use, for example, Fitbit or an Apple Watch, you can set your own targets. And one thing about stress reduction is that stress and exercise, they are more efficiently, they are inclusive. So for some of these apps, when you set the targets, it's not like you are competing, but there's a community of other people who also want to achieve similar aim, that is either reduce their stress or be able to just have a better lifestyle, that is have better wellness. In which case, if you, for example, set your target that optimally you want to be able to walk for 5,000 steps a day, once you do that, your watch or the wellness app on your phone, your mobile device, monitors how many steps you take in a day. And then it sends you reminders that you have not achieved your target you have set for the day, or you are also competing. And then also in the community, you are able to see other colleagues or other friends in your social circle who have been able to do these things. Once you see this, it also encourages you to maybe take the app schedules more seriously, or do more exercise, or stick to the pattern to be able to help reduce stress. Like I said, there are many of these apps, and we are going to send you some materials after this presentation that give a variety. By the way, one app may not work for everyone. So like I said, based on what you go through, your work schedule and your need, you can talk to your college IT managers. And if you talk to your college IT managers or faculty IT managers, and then you tell them what kind of app you need, they will tell you, or they will help you choose a good one. I must also say that some of these wellness apps are not, some are subscription based. Not all of them are free. So if you want to take up that, you need to consult your IT manager to get you something that will fit either your budget, or if you don't want to pay at all, a free app that will help you, when well customized, to be able to achieve all of these things. I think I've covered a lot of this, and so we'll leave that for the questions session if there are any questions. Thank you.
Do we still have some questions or we don't? Oh, okay, so we have a question here from Kojo. He's saying that he's asking, does these wearables provide a means to download or export data to, for example, a PDF or a Word document?
Yes. Yes, the wearables give you have the ability to export all of this. And like I said, beyond just exporting, you can even draw analytics, and you can export the data you get from them. So the answer to the question is yes, the wearables are able to give you that data. And of course, the data is yours. So you can download it in. And like I said, if you talk to your IT managers, based on the app you use and the format you want your data, they can advise you on what apps you should use to get the data in the format that you require.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Dedume. I see that Larson Randolph, I don't know the title, so please forgive me. Could you please ask your question?
Yeah, good afternoon, madam, and thank you very much.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello, we are here, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. So I have listened to the apps and all the things. I don't know whether I missed something, but I'm struggling to see where work is reduced. I mean, what is bringing the stress? How does it get reduced? Going to look for all these apps and doing this and that, is it not stress in itself?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. or Dr. Larson Randolph. Mr. Anfum, please, could you take that for us?
Okay, can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can, please.
Yes, Prof, thank you so much. I think on one of our slides, we took the stress areas and explained how, for instance, a particular stressor can be reduced. So permit me to share that screen again for the avoidance of doubt. Am I permitted, Madam Moderator? Can I
Yes,
share the
please,
screen?
Yes, please.
All right. So a case in point, unrealistic deadlines and timelines. We're saying that if you are to use the list app within the Teams environment, every assignment or task you give to someone would have a start date and an end date, which you would have access to record. So that if the assignment is, say, to walk from here to Tech Junction and the normal completion time is, say, 3 hours, then the same task given to somebody, we shouldn't expect him to finish in an hour. So the list gives you that ability to log tasks and how time it takes to complete, in addition to other things about that particular task. And then you can use that based on that historical data, give timelines which are in consonance to that particular task. I don't know whether that explains that. That is a good example, but we can use the list as an app to track and trace deadlines, and then give realistic timelines to other people who perform the same task. Clash of events is a major event, a major problem. Clash of within the same time, about 3 or 4 things are happening at the same time. And the question is that, who did this? Why couldn't they plan such that this issue is avoided? And this can be solved by using the calendar app. If the events of the department or the college is well placed on the calendar app, then there's visibility of the event, and you can properly and optimally plan events and avoid clashes. In addition to that, for your personal planning, the booking app is for you. You can indicate in your calendar times you are available for people to see. And anybody who wants to come and see you, you can send him or her that personal booking app, which is for you. Once you are on Microsoft 365, and then people will work within your timelines, within your indicated time of being free, and not just walk into your office and to come and see you. And this can also help you have more control over your day and invariably help you reduce stress. Consultation. You can use the workplace chat feature in Teams to do extensive consultation. And all that can be done in the comfort of your home or office, and all on your palm. You can go on to include forms within that within that conversation to gather data on an issue you want to take a decision on. You can go on to further have a virtual meeting without moving and without having to physically meet and to call a meeting physically within a short space of time. You can also go on to do other integrations, integrate other applications within your team's environment that will allow you to making better decisions as a team. So this eventually will help in making teams more productive and taking quality decisions. And all this can be done with the technology Microsoft Teams. Too much workload. Visibility of work is one of the major causes of too much workload. So the HOD or the head might not be aware of work he or she has given to one person and keeps piling up work on the same person. If we are to use the list app, for instance, in Teams, to log all assignments and tasks you've given to people, you will know that, oh, I have this person, Professor Rindolph, has 10 assignments already. I will not add the 11th one to him. Let me look for another person and add the 11th one to him. And that alone is managing the workload better for staff, and which invariably would help in reducing stress on staff. Information flow, poor information flow. There's not been that one place where you can always go to a digital kind of repository where you can always go to and find every information you need. Within Teams, you have SharePoint. And Teams also has a file section, a file tab where you can put every information. The information can be from the university, a copy is put over there. It can be from the college, a copy is put over there. And it's well named, such that at any point in time, if I need information on promotion, I can go within my Teams file and find every information I need on promotion and not rely on people, chasing people here and there, which can be very, very, very stressful. Some people actually hide information from other persons. But if you have this as a policy that we put every official information on a particular Teams file somewhere on a SharePoint, then you don't actually need to talk to too many people to get the information you need. It's accessible to you so long as you have internet and can be accessed either in the office or anywhere at all you find yourself. And lastly, virtual folders for your course materials and all that. I made an example that there's a particular lecturer who interacted with me and said that he was given a course to teach, and it so happens that he had no benefit of any material from any predecessor. She had to start curating information from the scratch. Meanwhile, the course has been taught for so many years. So if the department is creating channels which are course related, then every content, every document related to that course is put over there, is digitized and it's available. People come, people go, but then the channel is there. Anybody who comes can be added to the channel for the benefit of whatever information or topics or the curriculum structure is available to also be assessed by the person. And that alone is a major stress killer. It kills stress a lot because you don't have to go through the hassle of creating everything afresh. So, Prof, I think this is what we said, that these technologies can help reduce stress. I don't know whether we've been able to explain this better or if there's the need to explain further. Thank you.
To add to what Mr. Inform just said, you know, the stress is an issue that impacts both mental and physical health. And normally the wearables and the wellness apps offer effective tools to monitor and manage these and also reduce stress levels. So once you have the wearables, like we said earlier, one thing they do is that they monitor your physiological indicators. Sometimes we are at work and we are unable to function or do something effectively because we are stressed, and we may not even be aware. So if you have devices like maybe a Fitbit or an Apple Watch that tracks your heart, your how do you call it? You know, they provide real-time feedback. So if you have an Apple Watch which notifies you that, please, for whatever reason, your heart rate is rising, so be mindful of or take a break from work, take some breathing exercises, and come back. You realize that to you it might just be 5 minutes off work, but when you come back, because your stress levels have come down or is helping manage it, the next 30 minutes of work, you have even a greater output than if you sat in a whole hour to do it. So that is one way. And also, like we said, because they monitor, they are able to track your daily activity. So at the end of the day, they can be able to tell you that, well, you did A, B, or C, that has the propensity to increase your stress. And so over time, you realize that your lifestyle and the things that you do are optimized to reduce or to increase your well-being and reduce stress. And then also they are able to, there are apps for monitoring, like I said, I spoke about earlier, guided meditation and then relaxation techniques. So right at work, for example, if you use an app like Headspace, it would look at this and tell you that, well, please take a break, just take a walk around for 5 minutes and come back. Such activities have been known to calm down our stress levels in many marginal ways. And then, like we said, because they are integrated to other apps and other things that you use, you are able to take a profile of what you have been doing, activities. You can easily notice activities you do that cause you or elevate your stress levels, and then guide your subsequent activities or follow these things to reduce your stress levels. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And please, Prof. Lasirendorf, is there a question well answered?
Well, they've given extensive contribution to age, but for me, the fundamentals still remain. Work has not reduced. Whereas I am giving an example. Today, I saw 12 students at the clinic. I mean, typically I shouldn't be seeing 12 at a go, but my work has been increased that I have to see 12. And I'm not seeing how all the technologies will reduce it. What can reduce it is more hands to do the work. So let us not, that's my view, we should not be giving lecturers so much work. Go and teach this year, go and teach this year, so much. And then we tell you that, oh, there's this device, do breathing exercise and do this, and you'll be fine. I mean, I'm having difficulty wrapping my head around that.
Prof.
Thank you very much. But it suffices for this.
Can I just say something? One of the reasons why these technologies are good is that we will know people who are loaded with work. So we won't add more. If we are to teach 2 students and we are giving you 12, this will definitely shows the head of department, you're already stressing this person, drop it. If we practice it that way, we will then distribute equity in terms of people. There are a lot of people who are not working. There are more people working. So this technology is not just about stress. It's about equity. How do we assign teaching load? How do we assign this? That technology will help us know who is being loaded and who are those who are not loaded, so that we spread it. No matter how, I was telling somebody, says we need about 6,000 staff to teach the student. Which government can employ 6,000 people? These are issues, and we also have to think, should we also use this to reduce number of students? When it gets to a point we don't recruit more students again, we say it's enough. These are technologies to help us manage the numbers that come in and the numbers that goes out. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prof. So from the perspectives we have seen, we've realized that both the superiors and then the workers, to all of us, have a part to play. So I believe that when we manage things well, we'll be able to reduce the stress using the technologies that are available. And then fortunately for us, KNUST has given us Microsoft 365, which has a lot of features that is going to help us. So we'd encourage all people to come on board and then start using them. And please, do we have any more questions? Okay, somebody asked that the video is uploaded on YouTube. It's going to be done when the program is ready. So I think we've been asked to drop our emails if you want it to be sent to your email. So please, you can drop the emails. And then there's another question here. Can we get the names of the apps again? Can we get the names of the apps again? So we'll share them later. I think that maybe for this one, we can even share with the whole university community. So we are going to do that. Please, do we have any more questions?
That would be very good if you share it with the whole community.
Yes,
I think
we'll
the issue is that most of us, the technology is there, but we are struggling to adapt and use it to our benefit.
Yes, Prof.
Are you getting?
Yes,
so it
Prof.
means
Yes,
that
Prof.
training will play a key role in getting us. Any new lecturer coming in, any new staff coming in should go through this training. So we are breeding new people with this mindset of this technology. If we leave it on its own, it won't work, because most of us will not go to learn it. So it should be something, a policy, that as you come in, they are taking you through immediately, so you understand how to use it and how to maximize the use of the technology to manage your day, your time, everything. It will be very good. So I suggest that UITS should look into this critically.
Yes, Prof. Yes, Prof. Yes, Prof. We are going to carry the message across to the director, and UITS is going to work on that. And please, do we have any more questions?
Please, yes, there was a question that someone was asking how to get access to the Microsoft 365.
Yes, the Microsoft 365, please do contact your college IT manager or your college systems analyst. KNUST has already bought the licenses, so it's just a matter of it being activated for you. So please contact the IT rep in your unit. If you are having any issues or if you are having difficulty contacting the person, just walk to the support center at the basement in the Kesley Hayford building, and I believe that you'll be sorted out.
But you can also give a number so the person doesn't walk to the place. Please give a number, contact number. These are all reducing stress. So
Okay,
the person
so
can call. Yes, please.
Okay, Prof. So please, you can visit helpdesk.knust.edu.gh. We have all our hotlines there, and you can call any of them, and then you would have access to the help that you need. helpdesk.knust.edu.gh. Or you could also send an email to.
There is something on the WhatsApp. They say, can they have small that plays out? You look at the chat, you see something, small videos that can be
Can there be
practiced.
short videos on the features of the new email system and what they can be used for to enhance efficiency? Okay, UITS will do that. UITS will do that. And I think we can even have manuals to do the same thing. So we will do that. Please, do we have any more questions? I want to type the help desk link.
This was a great presentation. I really enjoyed it. So we need to learn more. I think if we are exposed to it,
we will take it up then.
God bless you.
Okay, God bless you too. Please, do we have any more questions? Okay, so it's been a very insightful presentation. It's been very engaging. And for us at UITS, we have enjoyed meeting all of you. UITS is here to help. So when you have any issue on technology, you can contact, like I said, our reps at the colleges and the units, or you can just walk to the basement, or better still, you can visit helpdesk.knust.edu.gh, get our numbers, and then call us, or you can also send an email to helpdesk@knust.edu.gh. And then let me also mention that there's a chat feature on the help desk portal. So you can chat us up and then we will attend to you. So thank you all very much for being a part of this presentation. And we hope that UITS and the university is going to have further engagements and then deliberations. God bless us all. Thank you.